Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are ready to go in 1989 for Sunday Night Lights. Welcome to the 1989 preview show, and in this video I will go over the usual, all of the changes in silly season, schedules, and news, and of course what to look out for from the NASCAR Busch Series and the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. Now of course, usually I finish off with the highlights from the 1989 Busch Clash at Daytona. However, of course, I did that in a separate full video. You can check that out in the link down below in the description. Let's start off with the NASCAR Busch Series. The first thing to note is that Jimmy Spencer does not move up to the Cup Series for Baker Shift Racing like in real life, and I'll explain why in a bit. Well, okay, if you watch the Clash video, you probably know what it is. He still drives the 34 car, and his biggest goal is winning the Busch Series championship. But I'm sure there's one other driver that he'll have to keep his eyes on, and that is young Rob Moroso. He looked strong last season. He got the win at Bowman Gray, and some say that he is an early favorite to win the Busch Series championship this season. Sam Ard is back again in the Double Zero. He has purchased this team and to make his team a two-car operation, and now at the age of 50, Sam Ard has announced this will be his final full-time season in the Busch Series. The inaugural champion of the Busch Series said that he's had an amazing run, and he will continue to do some part-time racing on the side, but he will focus more on his ownership role in his team moving forward. Sam Ard, thank you for everything, and best of luck in your final season. As mentioned in the Marshall Motors video, Grant Adcox returns to Danny Marshall's team in the number 85, and Danny himself will continue to run part-time in the NASCAR Busch Series. Of course, we can't forget our defending champion, Richie Evans. Richie was very happy with running a full-time schedule and scoring a championship in the process. He says that he has scaled back down to part-time, but he and B.R. DeWitt have decided that the 61 team will have other drivers in it as well to give others an opportunity as a stepping stone into NASCAR. Now, moving on to the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. Hendrick Motorsports has shut down the number 35 for the time being. Jimmy Means is still in the number 52 car for Rick Hendrick. And as a side note, I did not paint this car. This car was painted by AJMRC42. Special thanks to him for putting this car together. It looks fantastic, and it's going to look great as it takes on the tracks of the Cup Series this season. So once again, a shout out to AJMRC42. Terry Labonte is also still in the number 17 Tide Chevrolet. Of course, another driver to watch has to be the number 59 of Bubba Nissen. He's back in his own car with Goodies still sponsoring him. This car was painted by Jetman999. Ricky Rudd struggled in 1988, but he is back in the number 88 for Dyegard Racing. Gatorade has also continued that partnership. As mentioned earlier, with Buddy Baker retired, Mike Alexander will take over the number 86 Crisco Oldsmobile instead of Jimmy Spencer, who drove this car in real life. Buddy Baker did compete in the Busch Clash. Davey Allison is still in the number 28 car, this car now owned by Robert Yates. Allison has yet to win in the Winston Cup Series. Can he finally break out this season? Marshall Family Racing is now a two-car operation with Lake Speed in the number 85 and Speed's team merging into Marshall's with the 83 of Terry Schoonover. Ken Schrader and Red Baron have re-signed with Dunleavy Racing after a very successful 1988 season that helped put Junie Dunleavy's team on the map. Let's see if they can follow up with that this season. Bobby Allison is still racing. He did not have his career-ending crash last season for the Stravola brothers in the number 12 Buick. Allison has said he is not done quite just yet. Alright, lastly, let's talk about Tim Richmond. As stated before, he's been racing a lot of USAC to get back in the groove. And later this year, he is expected to make a handful of Cup starts in the second half of the season to prep for a full-time run to the return in 1990. He will be in a new car. Richmond will actually be helping out filming for a new NASCAR film that will star Tom Cruise. If you know what I'm referring to, it's Days of Thunder. Of course, the plan is for the movie to be released in 1990. Rick Hendrick has been a big help and will help supply cars for the movie. Richmond will also make some Busch Series starts as well. In every single one of his starts, Richmond is planning to drive the number 51 Exxon Chevrolet, and he will drive this car full-time in 1990. The return of Tim Richmond is upon us. Alright, let's talk about some schedule changes for 1989. There's not a whole lot to go over. I will go over one unique change. As you know, Sonoma made an appearance for the first time in 1989. In this timeline, with Riverside still being on the schedule, as of now, Sonoma has not been added to the NASCAR schedule. Riverside is instead in Sonoma's place. That doesn't rule out that possibly Sonoma could be added on later on down the road. It's just right now, with the improvements made to Riverside International, they want to continue to utilize that track as much as possible. And one quick edit, by the way, I forgot to mention this. The Calder Park exhibition race will happen again in 1989. So NASCAR will once again make a trip back there for 89. Rumors have put that NASCAR would like to do an international exhibition once a year. We'll have to see how that plays out. With the Busch Series, Volusia and Motor Mile have been added as new tracks on the schedule. Besides that, that's about everything. Of course, you still got your Hoosier Sweep per usual. And of course, I will cover the IROC series as well. So that pretty much about wraps up everything for 1989 in the preview. You will see the Busch Series next, and we'll get to see some potential future stars of the Cup Series battle it out to win the 89 championship. So, I have to ask you guys, who do you all have winning the championship? Who do you all, what are some of your predictions? I would love to hear them in the comments down below. So please, comment down below what your predictions are for both the Cup Series and Busch Series. Whether it's the championship, who wins what, who struggles, who prevails. Okay, with that being said, that pretty much wraps up everything for this video. So next, you will see the Busch Series. Thank you guys so much for the patience and waiting. I know it's been a bit, but we're excited to bring this back. I'm Sonic Rules 831, and I will see you in the next video.